Hey guys, BadInfos here with a top 5 video. Here I'll show you my picks for the best games of 2013. This year along with 2011 are the two best years for video gaming, and I could have easily made this a top 20 list. Yeah, no joke, I would struggle choosing the best games even with a list like that. Nonetheless, I'm sure that I'll miss some of your favorite games here. I know I didn't list even my favorite ones, but I'll stick to the format. After hours of thinking and remembering all my fondest gameplay moments, here are the 5 best games released in the year 2013.
And you are our target. You are my rival.
Need for Speed Rivals. Oh yeah, this crap is on my list and there's nothing you can do about it. NFS Rivals is one of the most poorly made racing games to date. There are no mouse-driven menus. That applies to the map too, because, you know, using a mouse would make too much sense. There are 5+ minutes of unskippable cutscenes. Tutorials pop up which you cannot get rid of. You have to use ridiculous buttons in the menus. Keys such as page up and page down. Yeah, buttons which some laptops don't even have. But above all, the game is locked at 30 frames per second. 30, not 60. Even 60 sounds ludicrous. That alone is the reason this game is so badly reviewed across the board. However, for me, I can look past all of that as long as the gameplay is fine, and it definitely is. This is one of the best, if not even the best NFS game to date. The franchise died for many right before Undercover. Well, not for me. Rivals is a turd, a smelly but shiny turd. They took the amazing formula of Hot Pursuit 2010, made it better and ruined the optimization, menus and parts of the gameplay. Now it's faster, better, shinier, more difficult and dangerous. The AI is improved and the mechanics as well. The setting is nicer than before, streets are not as wide, turning is more tight and escaping the police is a difficult task on its own. They have the means to stop you, from using spike strips to even sending helicopters after you. Don't forget though that you can use them too, making this a two-way street. This game could easily be on number 1 if it wasn't for the way it was handled. If they took the gameplay from Rivals and combined it with the optimization from Hot Pursuit 2010, we would have the perfect racing game.
They call me Prophet, and I'm the only one who knows what's coming. Cell are not the real threat to our world. The most powerful alien, the Alpha Ceph, still lives.
Crysis 3. The original Crysis was my favorite shooter of all time. Crysis 3 is bigger, shinier and has more action. Therefore it should be much better. Well, actually no, after the disaster that was Crysis 2, this game was reinvented. They brought back the essence of Crysis. What made the first game so great was implemented here too. I am talking about the freedom, of course. They plop you down in a level and it's up to you to decide how to complete it. You can go head on with maximum strength and take out a whole army of soldiers, or go in cloaked and take them one by one with a bow. Yeah, we have a bow in this game too. It doesn't really fit the theme, honestly. I mean, you have very advanced weapons and one-of-a-kind stealthy suit. How would a bow help? Well, turns out that it does help a lot. You play mainly in a city which is run down and grass is growing everywhere. Huge trees all around you, vines, water everywhere you look. It's booming with color, and that's what I loved about the original. Sure, it's still a big and dull city, but it's special. Sometimes they place you on the top of a skyscraper, others you are on the ground shooting people in the water with electric arrows. Crysis 3 is a step in the right direction and almost a return to form. I still prefer the original Crysis though.
10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
BioShock Infinite. BioShock, the very well-known and for many the best franchise ever. People say that BioShock 1 and 2 are the best in the series. For me, it's not the same. Infinite is the first BioShock game I have ever played and in my opinion the best one. The original BioShock barely made my list in 2007. BioShock 2 wasn't even on a list. Infinite though is different and I hold it way above the rest. It has nothing to do with the previous two games, except I guess the Lighthouse and the DLC. That's why I treat it as a completely different game and don't like to compare it to the rest. On its own, it's a very solid FPS. It's bright and gorgeous with awesome music. The atmosphere is splendid. Pedestrians feel alive. The locations are plentiful and help you feel immersed into the floating world that is presented to you. Even your companion Elizabeth can interact with NPCs. That helps with the immersion. Sometimes you forget that you're playing a game, when a game helps me forget that I'm in front of a computer, mashing buttons. That's when I consider it a masterpiece. Infinite is exactly that. And yes, you heard me right, you have a companion. But don't worry, she's not like any of the companions from a Bethesda game. She is actually helpful. Low on ammo? She throws some at you. Need health? Well, here you go. She is never in your way. She comments on the areas and people around you, and above else, she helps progress your story as you play. I highly recommend it, even for the massive fans of the original two games.
The massive airlock doors shrugged and opened with a grinding sound, opening a road to hell for us and the road into the metro for the demons.
Metro Last Light. What a surprise, another FPS game on the list. It seems like this is the year of FPS. It kind of is, honestly. This one is unique, however. The other ones were bright, colorful, mechanical, futuristic and whatnot. Metro is dark, gloomy and sometimes even scary. I rarely get scared when watching a movie or play a video game. I can recall only 3 times this happened in a video game, one of which being in Thief 2014, the other in Resident Evil 7, and it also happened here in Last Light. This game gives me the chills every time it puts me in the metro. It even disgusts me sometimes. And I mean that in the best possible way. Spiders can hatch in front of you, big, scary and ugly creatures can scream in your face and lift you up in the air. Rats can crawl on your body and many more. Metro Last Light is one of the most immersive games I have ever played. It sells the post-apocalyptic setting very well. Everything from the sound of spider eggs hatching to the dusty and forgotten pipe tunnels. It all helps with the immersion. Last Light is vastly different from the previous game in the franchise. Many new and unique to the game features were added, namely the lighter. You can use it to light your way and to destroy cobwebs. The charger for the flashlight. That's so unique that I have no idea why it's the first game I see it implemented in. Low on batteries? Take a step back and recharge. In some parts of the game you'll be searching for the shadows and will turn off any light source you see as you battle humans. In others you desperately try to find one more light, just one more blowtorch to save yourself from the pesky spiders. Having no HUD on the screen is also nice as you focus a lot more on the game and you don't have to look at the minimap all the time. Everything in this game is amazing and I'm currently replaying it for the 3rd time. I still get lost in it and I spend hours playing it non-stop. It's a wonderful game and I wish that every one of you can experience it.
We are the ancients. We may not prosper, but we will prevail.
Shadow Warrior. By now you should know my love for the Serious Sam games. They are fast, loud, cheesy and huge. Well, Shadow Warrior is all of that, but with so much more added in. It's the modern version of a Serious Sam game. It's what Serious Sam 3 should have been. You play as Lo Wang, a badass knucklehead, who is not afraid to jump into the face of danger. You battle all sorts of demons, slow, fast, ugly, flying and fat. It takes the action to a whole new level. You barely have any breathing space, because demons constantly spawn and you need to clear the playing field of them all the time. After you do, you take 10 steps and bam, more trouble. You are constantly in danger and never have time to breathe, just the way I like it. Lo Wang is a cheesy character, his lines are cringy to say the least, but it fits his persona nicely. You have many weapons to choose from, shooting is not really its strong suit, and in my opinion the katana is where it's at. The best weapon which slices and dices your enemies with ease. It can take out 50 plus enemies in a matter of seconds, and it does not consume any ammo. It's especially fun when you upgrade it and combine it with your other powers after leveling up. Shadow Warrior is on par with Metro Last Light, but it has a lot more fast-paced gameplay and there are a lot of laugh out loud moments in it. That's why it's on the #1 spot, and it's why you guys should also give it a try.
You should see the other guy.
And that's it from me, guys. These were my favorite games of 2013. Again, lots of incredible games got left out, and this was the hardest list I had to make so far. Nevertheless, the format is to show 5 games per year, and that's exactly what I did. If I missed your favorite game, let me know which one it is, and who knows, I might increase the size of this list in a separate video in the future. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more top 5 lists, and I'll see you in the next one.